Isquis Chuchuasket, Pamela Barnes. It's my honor today to officially welcome you to the traditional unceded territory of the Sioux people. Before I do that, I want to share with you a little bit about what our lands mean to us. In this part of Turtle Island, which is how we refer to North America, contact and sharing of these lands happened not very long ago. In other parts of Turtle Island, it may be 500 to 1,000 years, depending on where. But here in our lands, it's about 200 years. And so with these newcomers to our lands came some new concepts and some new ideas about human relationship to land. And these were very different than our concepts of that relationship. With these newcomers came the idea of land ownership, which is different than how we view our relationship to these lands for thousands and thousands of years. We see ourselves as not owning the land by that definition, but as borrowing these lands from our great, 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 great grandchildren. And there's a very big difference between the idea of ownership and the idea of borrowing. If I own this, it's mine. I can do what I want with it. I can sell it, I can trade it, I can give it away. It's mine. I can care for it however I want. I can take great care, or I could toss it aside. It's mine. I can do what I want. But if I borrow this, everything changes. When I borrow this, I can't give it away. I can't sell it. I can't trade it. It's not mine to do that with. I have an expectation on myself and from others that I take the very best care that I can. And there's an expectation that I leave this or return it in at least the same condition that I found it, and if possible, better. So it's with this understanding that we first, as Sioux people, welcomed people to our traditional unceded territory. And it's with that understanding that I welcome you today to the traditional unceded territory of the Sioux people, with the gentle reminder that none of us, including ourselves, are doing a very good job of caring for this right now for all of our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so on and so forth. Lim Lim.
Waipis nak silu. Isquist, keninam tamtan quaitsn, kentalala. Akain tamkulach. Isiilch tamkulach. Ul. Isama squist. Wilfred Barnes. Kukskach tauninach. Tali hastis puus ku ulus. Kuya menchut. Kun piilsmentum ege is nakailstet. Wai apana wai hitum hulach wai skaim wai isktum. Puti hi smikt puti ala ultali hastikal tum hulach ikal temich ikal squanak ikal mrimsten ikal siulk tali hasti hi smikut. Limt pjapala ul. Iwai kaps temi hiits nan kailstet. Wai apanas khalkhalt nuch. Wai sterakam wai hiis naksiluch. Wandakam. Alikastis puus ko ulus. Ulten piilsementem. Jajatstim. He claps to me, he's na kailsted. Thank you, Creator, for allowing me to say a few words. My English name is Wilfred Barnes. The things that we are celebrating is so important. And we welcome you to our territory. We welcome you, or we're glad you're here. At this time of year, there's still snow on the ground. The snow's coming, the rain is coming. It's good for the land. It's good for the animals. It's good for the water, and it's good for the medicines of this coming year. So we're going to get on with what we're going to do today, and I'm very happy to welcome you to our land. Lim Lim, thank you.
White Hushkahalt and Jawet and Chris, Richard Jackson Jr. I'm an Okanagan knowledge keeper, Vietnam veteran. I want to explain the Eagle Staff that our First Nations people honor and respect. The Eagle Staff is the first flag great chiefs brought into battle for the front to return honor to our First Nations communities. Veterans have the honor to carry our Eagle Staff. The Eagle Staff is honor and pride, sacred homeland, representing all First Nations of Turtle Island and Mother Earth. Tribal greatness, honor the homeland, the First Nations flag. Songs, victory songs, veterans. As a veteran, I will stand for my country and not die on my knee, a true warrior. When Indian people come together, the elders also say, always pray first. Do a ceremony and ask the Creator to be with us and to help us. We can never pray enough. The elders also say, pray in a circle because the Creator made things in circles. When we stand in a circle and pray together, a sacred hoop will forever form above the people. This is a spiritual way. O Great Spirit, through my prayers, I can find your guidance. I pray you guide my path today. Touch my life with your holy breath. O Katkupi, Gatsa, O Creator and our ancestors. Kukstabe, Tashta, Nachi, Aki. Thank you for being here this day. Kukstabe, Tamuk, Awik, the peak. Thank you for our land and all that belongs to us. Kukstabe, Tashpahishka, Ani, Owi. Thank you for the birds that fly. Kukstabe, Mun, Shisho, Aspi, Aspushka. Thank you for the four-legged. Tana, Tashu, Kuam, that roam in the mountains. Cookstabe, Tashi, Ali, Asha. Thank you for the fish and the trout. Cookstabe, Tashi, Anish, Taku, Tikam. Thank you for the food we pick and dig for. Cookstabe, Tashki, Skaas, Umka, Shalu. Thank you for our children, grandchildren, and our friends. Cookstabe, Tastishka, Mahi, Na, Nuku. Thank you for the sun, moon, and the stars. Yami, Kali, Kalu, Akuma. I pray for the elders and for the sick. Ashki, Ka, Taskuma, Wash, Asko, Tarika, Ista, Ikam. Watch over the people and watch over them from this day on, Okanagan College. And for this, I say, Homas, all my relations.
I'd like to thank Chad Goodman of the Kelowna Pipe Band. I'd also like to thank Amber Cardinas of the Penticton Indian Band and Elder Richard Jackson of the Lower Nicola Indian Band. Now I'd like to introduce Ben Klick to sing O Canada. Ben is an alumni of the college's audio engineering and music production program and also an award-winning country music artist.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Ben. I'd now like to welcome Ms. Amber Cardenas of the Penticton Indian Band. The Penticton Indian Band is one of 8 communities in the Okanagan, traditionally known as the Syilx Nation. Amber will sing a traditional welcome song, which Syilx people sing to honor and welcome guests into their communities.
beautiful. Atleku sukena kin. Because we are Okanagan, Atlea Haitam because our land is very beautiful.
Thank you, Amber. And thank you everyone for joining for today's ceremony, which marks the first virtual convocation ever held at Okanagan College. My name is Dr. Andrew Hay, and I'm the Provost and Vice President Academic for Okanagan College, and it is my pleasure to be the MC for today's convocation. To our graduates, we wish we could all be together in person today to recognize you with your friends, your family, and supporters in attendance. And while the pandemic means that we must refrain from gathering for now, please know that Okanagan College's community stands together to recognize your dedication, your resilience, and your accomplishments over the past year and all throughout your time with us. I'd now like to welcome Mr. Jim Hamilton, President of Okanagan College, to give his address.
Thank you, Dr. Hay, and good afternoon, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the students whom we are here to honor. I'd like to begin by recognizing that we're gathered in the unceded territory of the Syilx Okanagan people, which is home to the West Bank First Nation. Graduates, congratulations. I know this is not the convocation ceremony you envisioned when you embarked on your studies at Okanagan College, nor is it quite the way in which we plan to recognize you. However, if this year has taught us anything, it is that even though we're apart, that spark of human connection can still be found, and indeed, recognizing this significant occasion in your lives is perhaps more important now than ever. Like you, I am graduating from one stage in life to another. This year I will retire from a 40-year career, most of it spent in post-secondary education. Having presided over more than 60 convocation ceremonies during my time at Okanagan College, I've been thinking about this one, my final ceremony as president, for a long time. While COVID may have changed the format today, each ceremony is just as inspiring as the last, and certainly that is true today. These days, I'm spending a lot of time in reflection tinged with both anxiety and excitement. I'm thinking about what lies ahead for my 8 grandchildren, for my 4 children, for you, for all of us. Even before the advent of COVID, we face significant issues that call out for action and change. You know the list. Everything from our pressing duty to effectively address issues of truth and reconciliation, through climate change, the opioid pandemic, terrorism, and the refugee crisis, to social justice, equity, and inclusion for all. These are but some of the many consequential issues that, taken together, can threaten to overwhelm us. They are challenges that cannot be ignored by any of us, including the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. Now, that is a daunting list, and one that may seem a bit bleak for a convocation address. However, while I am a bit fearful, I am even more excited by the possibilities for a bright future for all of us. The reason for my confidence in that future is simple. I believe in the creativity, passion, empathy, human decency, and commitment to social justice that I have seen in my own students and colleagues for the past 4 decades. Simply put, I believe that given the opportunity, we are all more likely to choose the path that takes us in the right direction, as difficult as that may be, and that gives me hope. I've witnessed so many times how human beings, when faced with challenges in their private lives, in their communities, or on a global scale, will rise to the occasion and apply their energy, skills, and intelligence to turn adversity into opportunity. Take, for example, the way in which our students and employees have stepped up and joined so many others in our communities and across this country to respond to COVID-19 and its impact on the most severely affected populations. They have made masks and face shields, petitioned eloquently and successfully to be allowed to complete nursing practicums to enable themselves to join the healthcare frontline, raised emergency aid for students, and fed the hungry, all while making the difficult shift to online learning. While I acknowledge that problems are numerous and serious and will always be there, history tells us an encouraging story of innovation and leadership. I could list many examples of OC grads alone who have made their marks in business, the trades, health, science, the arts, engineering, justice, almost any field you can name, all improving the human condition and all setting great examples for the class of graduates we honor today. It occurs to me that when my parents were graduating from university a few years after the Second World War, their generation also faced a world of uncertainty with massive economic and social issues threatening their individual and collective well-being. They and their contemporaries could have been overwhelmed, but they were not. They persevered. They worked hard to rebuild a shattered world. I have great faith that today's graduates will demonstrate that same commitment to leaving the world a better place than they found it. It is traditional for speakers at Convocation to offer sage advice to Okanagan College graduates. And when you get to my age, you have a lot of advice to impart, but it may not all be wise, and time is limited. So here is one thing I hope you will find useful. In whatever you do, please remember that it is always about people. So whether they are family, friends, clients, or coworkers, always respect them, empower them, challenge them, love them, and thank them. Congratulations, graduates, and please continue to make us proud.
Thank you, President Hamilton. I'd now like to welcome Ms. Gloria Morgan, Chair of the Okanagan College Board of Governors, to offer her remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Hay. Good morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you are today. It's my pleasure to bring greetings from the Okanagan College Board of Governors and to offer my sincerest congratulations to you, the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. I'm sure that all of you have been waiting for and eagerly looking forward to this day for a long time. Some of you, because of the pandemic, have been waiting an even longer time for this day. I hope the well-deserved feeling that you have of accomplishment makes it worth the wait. Graduates, I admit I'm saddened that I cannot see your faces, I cannot shake your hands, and I cannot congratulate you in person today. But my disappointment is far outshone by the joy and the pride that I feel today. For you, today is a day to celebrate your achievements, reflect on your experiences, and anticipate what lies ahead. For me, this is a welcome chance to address you, our students, our graduates, as you head out into the world, as you head out to fulfill your potential and breathe life into the promise of Okanagan College's mission, which is to transform lives and communities. While the pandemic may have stopped or paused or changed some things, there are some things it couldn't stop. It couldn't stop you. It couldn't stop you from making good on the promise you made to yourself when you first set foot into a college classroom. It couldn't stop you from accomplishing your dream. It couldn't stop you from helping others along the way. You adapted, you persevered, you rose up. You supported each other, your families, and your communities. You did it. You did it. Bask in your success. Savor it. I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on what you've learned and then to look forward, to think about what you're going to do next. Because the world needs doers, it needs thinkers and innovators and pioneers. Those who don't settle for good enough. those with the ideas, the talents, and the skills, and yes, the courage to make the world a better place, to care for those in need, and to teach the next generation well. To sustain, build, nourish, engineer, entrepreneur, and invent a way to a brighter future. To think about what role you can play on the path to reconciliation, to listen, to create dialogue, to celebrate diversity, and to fight for equity and inclusivity. 2020 showed us there is still a lot of change to be made in this world. And if you're brave enough, if you're willing to work hard enough, if you're willing to persevere, you can, in your way, in your time, be among those who make a difference. Sometimes it starts with something so humble as taking what you've learned and passing it on to the next person, sharing your perspective and being open to others' ideas. I hope you are inspired to make a difference because you have inspired us, and we can't wait to see what you do next. I am Splachina of the Sahwapm, and one of our traditions is to share a song whenever there's a milestone in your life, and this is a milestone. The song is the traveling song, and we sing it whenever someone takes a step into the next part of their lives, and that's what you are doing. I will dedicate this part of the traveling song to you as you go on your journey. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Gloria. This past year, Okanagan College bestowed its highest honor, that of Honorary Fellow, upon 5 notable residents of the region, each of whom has made a unique and meaningful contribution through education, public service, mentorship, and philanthropy. The award of Honorary Fellow is recognition by Okanagan College of distinguished achievement or outstanding service. The criteria for the award are mentorship, excellence, eminence, and accomplishment. Okanagan College's 2020 Honorary Fellows are Pamela and Wilfred Grouse Barnes, Robert Foord, Louis Thomas, and Don Turri. Pamela and Grouse Barnes are Indigenous educators and knowledge keepers from Westbank First Nation. They are highly dedicated to preserving the Syilx language, knowledge, and culture. Both are currently adjunct professors in the Faculty of Health and Social Development in UBC's School of Nursing, where they facilitate cultural training. Both also facilitate Syilx teaching for the public in partnership with Kelowna Heritage Museums, the Kelowna Art Gallery, Rotary Centre for the Arts, and regional parks. I'd now like to invite Pamela and Grouse Barnes to say a few words.
Isquis Chichawasket, Pamela Barnes. I'm honored today to be here and address all of the graduates and all of those that are here to witness this celebration. I would like to invite you to, even though we are in these strange times, don't take shortcuts in celebrating your achievements. This is a journey for each of us when we take these trails and pathways in life. And when we get to these points, it's important that we take that time and celebrate our accomplishments, and that we embrace the challenges that we faced along the way. Those challenges are what shapes us, and what, just like, the Grand Canyon and the river winding through it. Those challenges are like that water, and it's what shapes us and makes us who we are. So it's important to embrace those challenges. It's important to honor those that helped us along the way, those that believed when we were a little short on that belief ourselves. And it's important to aspire to be that support for others as time goes on, so that we're there for those coming and offer the support that we received from others. We're now move into that position where it's our turn to offer that support. So I really invite you to find a way in these strange times to celebrate. It looks different, but find what works for you to mark this occasion. And I'd also like to thank the college for honoring myself and my husband. It's a great achievement, not just for myself, but for my family and the journey of my family and the generations that came before me and the generations that are coming up. Limlin.
Well, Limlin, he squeezed Canadian them down Quaitsons. That's my ancestral name. My English name is Wilfred Barnes. We made it. We come through some hard times to get where we're at. I'm very glad to see the end of the day where you get that little piece of paper and all the hard work that it takes to get here. And my hands go up to you, all the struggles that you students have went through. And for the families that helped you, we always help each other. And my role as a school elder, if I helped you guys just a little bit, I'm very proud to do that. We as a people, we look out for each other and we help each other along. And I'm very happy to see all these graduates, from the past and the year ago and today, to enjoy your fruits of labor through that little piece of paper that will get you more money than what you're worth. And we all know the sacrifices that you've made. And I'm very happy to help you along the way. As well as the college too, to honor my wife and I with a good fellow. That's an honor to us. That's an honor to our family, and it's an honor to receive it. So we like to pass on knowledge that we have, and we like to share what we know about our culture, what we know about our protocols, and especially just to lend an ear when the times are tough. And we've all had times that are tough. So celebrate. It's like my wife was saying, celebrate, enjoy your certificate, enjoy your fruits of labor. for you and your family. So thank you very much, college, for honoring us. And you graduates, don't stop here, just keep going. Thank you very much. Peace lach lach. Thank you, my friends and relatives. Lim.
Robert Foord is known for his strong commitment to community. Under his guidance, Cal Tire gives back in numerous ways, including the donation and reuse of recycled tires for playground surfaces, flooring and roofing through Cal's Replay program, and support for the college's Vernon Trades Training Center. Foord, who studied at Okanagan College, has long been a supporter of students and an advocate for education and training. Last year, the Foord family donated an aircraft, which previously belonged to Cal Tire founder and their late father, Tom, to be used as a training aid for students in Okanagan College's Aircraft Maintenance Technician program. I'd now like to invite Robert Foord to say a few words.
To the graduates of Okanagan College, congratulations on your achievement. Even though this time marks your graduation from this institution, I would encourage you to never stop learning. Your formal education is the first step. Now you have to apply your knowledge and continue to learn. Your ability to think about challenges in abstract ways will always be important. You are graduating at a very interesting time in the world. You've had to demonstrate your ability to adapt to changing circumstances and learn in new ways. This will help prepare you for a world that's always changing. I know your time at this tremendous college has prepared you well. I look forward to the contributions you will bring to the Okanagan and beyond.
Louis Thomas is a Secwepemc knowledge keeper and a counselor with an Esconolith Indian band. He works actively with the Salmon Arm Economic Development Society, Shuswap Trail Alliance, Shuswap District Arts Council, the City of Salmon Arm Housing Task Force, and many other groups within the region. Thomas has shared his guidance and knowledge with the college in many ways over the years, including providing the traditional welcome and sharing other aspects of his people's culture at countless events and ceremonies. I'd now like to invite Louis Thomas to say a few words.
Tapo yam skolotawa Jayne Jayne diane amatstas kalmakulu that swatiam as amatstayam as Sawapmach or Okanagan Platin or all over Kikjaksiam Kalkukpi Wadiane Temiukas Kalmakulu You Hokai Diane Amatsta Kalmakulu We Diam as Alex as Kalmuk Kikjaksiam and away white as Yukaminata Canada. Yukaminata white it's a mammal and away it's a mammal diam as a matsta it's a mammal Jaxiam as we eat as Alex do. Look wheel cook as a Wakukian. Quantas yami and Tamiuk bean. Quantas yami Hokai the Kalmuk, Hokai the bean. We eat it's elk to away the mammal and away as a match the mammal. What I said was, this used to be all Indian land at one time. And we were sent to look after it. And things have changed since then. We have a different way of life now. And we have a lot of work to do, especially now with this COVID they call now, our work has doubled. But you, as students coming up, it is your responsibility now to help look after the people, the land, and all of us, and start teaching our younger people to which direction to go.
Don Turri is a partner and family enterprise advisor with the accounting firm Crowe Mackay LLP in Kelowna. He has been active in the Kelowna community throughout his career, volunteering his time to the United Way, Kelowna Sunrise Rotary, minor football and hockey, the Central Okanagan Foundation, and as co-chair of the Okanagan College Alumni Awareness Campaign. In 2008, he received the Distinguished Alumni Award from the Okanagan College Alumni Association, the association's foremost honor. He also supported his alma mater as a judge for numerous competitions organized by the Okanagan School of Business. I'd now like to invite Don to say a few words.
Well, it seems to me that when you're accepting these sort of honors that you're supposed to expect it to impart some sort of wisdom to those listening. So throughout my adult life, my mantra has always been to try my best to treat everyone I come in contact with respect, dignity, and kindness every day. It sort of works its way into servant leadership, making sure that everyone around us that needs help gets it, and that everyone's special circumstances are considered, whether that's in business or in personal life. And that may not seem like particularly valuable advice, but for me, it's been instrumental in a very fulfilling career and life. So I encourage everyone who's starting their careers today to take my advice. I'd like to acknowledge Okanagan College for this honor and for providing me with a base to launch from so many years ago. And I want to thank my wife, Lucy, and my children, Samantha, Luke, and Mary, for being such a huge part of the journey. Thank you.
We will now bestow the Distinguished Service Award on Dr. Jayne Brooks. This award honors and recognizes former Okanagan College employees who have given outstanding service to Okanagan College, who share the mission, vision, and values of Okanagan College, and who are active within and outside of the Okanagan College community. This award is not given as a matter of routine and is extended only to those who are truly deserving. Dr. Jayne Brooks began her career at the college teaching business courses in 1981. In the late 90s, she was instrumental in the development of the Bachelor of Business Administration degree program, now a cornerstone at the college. After 20 years in the college, she served as dean for the next 10 years, first in adult and continuing education, and then she was the first dean of the Okanagan School of Business when it was formed in 2005. She also served as the Okanagan College inaugural Director of Learning and Teaching before retiring in 2013. I'd now like to invite Dr. Jayne Brooks to say a few words.
Congratulations, graduates. Although today may not be like anything you planned, today is your day to be recognized and celebrated. As students already stressed with the pressures of post-secondary education, when the pandemic arrived, you were hit with more complications. Classes suddenly online only. No more gatherings with your fellow students, your friends, and for some of you, even your family. And for those who are parents, your young children were suddenly home and needing homeschooling and supervision every day while you tried to carry on with your studies. And many of you, increased financial concerns arrived when jobs that you'd already secured were no longer available, or part-time jobs were lost as businesses cut back shifts or closed altogether. And yet you continued on and you completed your program. You showed everyone that you have the passion and perseverance to carry on and accomplish a goal when times get tough. I am so proud of you and what you have accomplished, and I look forward to see what you can accomplish in the future. Congratulations.
Thank you and congratulations on behalf of Okanagan College to the 2020 Honorary Fellows, Pamela and Wilfred Grouse Barnes, Robert Foord, Louis Thomas, and Don Turri, and Distinguished Service Award recipient Dr. Jayne Brooks. To hear more from each of these individuals and to learn about why they were chosen for this honor, you can visit our Convocation webpage. I'd now like to call upon Braeden Rahn of the Bachelor of Business Administration Honors Program to give a student address.
Good morning, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. Though this being Okanagan College's first ever digital convocation, I should also say good afternoon, good evening, and good night to all of those watching from across the world. My name is Braeden Rahn, and I'm graduating with an honors Bachelor of Business Administration degree with a management specialty, and I'm honored to be here today to give this address. When we all wanted our graduation year to be memorable, I doubt many of us had a global pandemic in mind. 2020 has truly been a year like no other before it, and has challenged us in ways that none of us could have imagined a year ago. But take it from someone who has now graduated into a second global financial crisis. You will get through it, and you will be stronger for it. Your time here has prepared you for the challenges that lie ahead. My journey at Okanagan College has been much different than that of many of my classmates. I speak to you not as somebody who is emerging from college for the first time into the workforce, but as someone who has been out there and has returned to the college world. As I reached my final year at Okanagan College, I met the professor who was responsible for filling my schedule to the point where I could only allot 4 hours per night for sleep. From the first class that I had with Devin Rubidoux, he saw potential in me that I didn't necessarily see in myself. On top of full-time work and classes, including the honors classes and strategic management, Devin encouraged me to join the Okanagan College Debate Club. This led to me being chosen to represent Okanagan College at the Queen's Case competition. Representing Okanagan College at the Queen's competition was the highlight of my time at OC. The support that Devin, Roger, Adrian, and all the staff and faculty at Okanagan College gave to the 6 of us who competed was outstanding. I thank Okanagan College for giving so many of us the opportunity to represent our school in the various competitions across Canada. All of our unique journeys have led us here today as the graduating class of 2020 and 2021. None of the success that any of us has achieved here was done in a vacuum. We're all here today as graduates thanks to the support of friends, family, co-workers, fellow students, and the amazing faculty at Okanagan College. To my fellow graduates, congratulations on your achievement. Your experiences here have given you the tools to succeed in the strange new world we find ourselves in. My parting advice to the graduation class of 2020 and 2021 is this: don't allow yourself to stagnate. Take on new challenges, take risks, and push yourself every day to be more than you were yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, Braeden. I'd now like to call upon Anna Worthington of the Practical Nursing Program to give her address.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board, the Chair of Education Council, faculty, guests, and fellow graduates. Thank you all so much for having me here. It's an absolute honor to be standing before you today. My name's Hannah Worthington, and today I'm graduating from the Licensed Practical Nurse Diploma program. This year's graduation looks a lot different from what it would normally be in the past years, and the people we would imagine would be sitting in the room to share our outstanding accomplishments with. Rather, instead of us gathering today at the campus together to celebrate, we get to share this experience alternatively from all over the world to honor our journey. It is one of the most important times to honor our support system. These are the people who have made us push past what we thought we could achieve, and the others who have been by our side step by step, regardless of how long it may have taken us each individually to get to where we are today. I would like to say gratitude to all the staff members, community supports, and fellow students that create the foundation of Okanagan College together. When I applied to the LPN program at Okanagan College, I originally was not in the class list, and I was awaiting a spot in the program. Eventually, a week before the program started, I got an email confirming I had a seat in the program. This was one of the biggest blessings in my life. I had previously completed my healthcare assistant program at OC and had the opportunity to continue my education in the same environment. I started my LPN program in August 2019 and recently completed it this December. This was probably one of the most challenging programs I've ever been in and definitely pushed me past what I thought I could achieve. My instructors and classmates were nothing but supportive, and by the end of the program, it felt more like a family. The first 2 semesters were hard, but then acute care came along and definitely tested my abilities on what I could handle. From there on, it felt like everything was going so fast. At the end of my second semester, one of my biggest role models passed away. It was probably one of the biggest stressors I've ever had in my life. I wanted to leave the program and I wasn't sure if I could continue with being able to give 110%. I had an instructor from Penticton filling in for acute care, and her name is Dana Shuzeski. She reminded me about why I chose nursing and that if I just take day by day, I could do it. It took me a bit, but she helped me get out of the cloud that I felt I was on. I cannot thank her enough for that, and I truly believe that if I didn't have her, I wouldn't be standing here today. This journey has been nothing but easy, and I'm sure the large majority of us have stayed up past 1 a.m. finishing assignment we probably should have started a week ago, buying an expensive coffee thinking it would make the stress go away, or having to walk out on an exam thinking that we failed. Regardless of the program we have all completed, we have all crossed a path, even in the slightest way. We are all coming together as graduates of Okanagan College. Congratulations to each of you for all of your accomplishments. Before leaving this room today, there are a few people I would like to thank. First, I would like to thank all the OC instructors who taught me to be the nurse I am today and guided me through the many ups and downs I've had throughout this program, and to the faculty members who supported me in a variety of ways. Secondly, I would like to thank all the closest people to my heart who helped me get to this stage. My family has been by my side throughout all my educational journeys with full support, especially my parents, Ryan and Tammy Worthington. I would like to thank all of the many friends who have encouraged me along the way. Thank you for everything you've done, and I appreciate it more than I can voice. And finally, to my fellow graduates and classmates, it's quite scary to think that this is the last time we will be in school for some of us, and we may not know how to proceed from here on. It's kind of a crazy thought for me to not be carrying around a textbook. But I know for certain we have all worked immensely to be where we are today. Okanagan College had prepared us not only with the books, but with normal day-to-day aspects as well. I am so excited to start this new journey in our lives, and I wish everyone all the best in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. We will now proceed to the presentation of the awards. I'd like to call upon President Jim Hamilton to read the names of the award recipients.
Braeden Rahn is receiving the Governor General's Academic Silver Medal and the Bachelor of Business Administration Academic Medal. Braeden completed the BBA Honors Degree Program with the highest graduating grade average of 95.75 and graduated with distinction. Lisa Van Bostelen is receiving the Governor General's Collegiate Bronze Medal, which is presented to the graduate in an associate degree or diploma program with the highest graduating grade average. Lisa completed the Therapist Assistant Diploma program with a graduating grade average of 96.86 and graduated with distinction. Eric Pels is receiving the Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal for Vocational Studies, which is presented to the graduate with the highest graduating grade average in a vocational certificate program. Eric completed the Electrician Pre-Apprenticeship Certificate Program with a graduating average of 98 and graduated with distinction. Jordan Sawchuk is receiving the President's Award for a Diploma Program and the Associate of Science Degree Medal. The President's Award is presented to 2 spring and 2 summer graduates who have successfully completed an associate degree or diploma program with the highest graduating grade average, excluding the Governor General's Collegiate Bronze Medal. The Associate of Science Degree Medal is presented to the graduate with the highest graduating grade average in the program. Jordan completed the Associate of Science degree with a graduating grade average of 96.15 and graduated with distinction. The other recipient of the President's Award for a Diploma Program among the spring graduates is Andrew Grouse. Andrew completed the Water Engineering Technology Diploma Program with a graduating grade average of 95.9 and graduated with distinction. Chun Han Lin is receiving the President's Award for a Diploma Program among the summer graduates. Chun Han completed the Therapist Assistant Diploma Program with a graduating grade average of 96.28 and graduated with distinction. The other recipient of the President's Award for a Diploma Program among the summer graduates is Lauren Sperry. Lauren completed the Therapist Assistant Diploma Program with a graduating grade average of 96.14 and graduated with distinction. The President's Award for a Certificate Program is presented to 2 graduates who have successfully completed a vocational certificate program with the highest graduating grade average, excluding the Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal. Today we are bestowing these 3 awards because 2 of the award recipients had the same graduating grade average. Amanda Roberts is receiving the President's Award for a Certificate Program. Amanda completed the Administrative Assistant Certificate Program with a graduating grade average of 97.86 and graduated with distinction. The other recipients of the President's Award for a Certificate Program are Lorraine Drizamota and Susan Kyle. Both Lorraine and Susan completed the Healthcare Assistant Certificate Program with a graduating grade average of 97.2 and graduated with distinction. Brandon Chesley is receiving the Bachelor of Computer Information Systems Academic Medal, which is presented to the graduate with the highest graduating grade average in the degree program. Brandon completed the BCIS degree at the Kelowna campus with a graduating grade average of 89.2 and graduated with distinction. Kenzie Goriantz is receiving the Associate of Arts degree Academic Medal, which is presented to the graduate with the highest graduating grade average in the degree program. Kenzie completed the Associate of Arts degree with a graduating grade average of 93.67 and graduated with distinction. Congratulations to all of the award recipients. More information about each of these deserving individuals is available on our Convocation page. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Chris Newitt, Chair of the Okanagan College Education Council.
Education Council is the body that makes academic decisions at Okanagan College. These decisions include approving your courses and programs. It also includes approving Honorary Fellows and other awards, and most especially today, your graduation. At a recent meeting, we looked at student names and marks. And this is the part that's very different this year. Normally, in a ceremony, I get the honor and privilege of seeing you all. And I can tell you, on behalf of all of us who work on Convocation, it's an honor to get to see the faces behind those names and marks. So while I can't see your faces today, I want to thank you for attending virtually and bring a hearty congratulations on behalf of Education Council. Mr. President, the faculty have assured me that the candidates to be presented to you virtually this day have fulfilled all the requirements of their degree, diploma, or certificate. And Education Council requests that you confer upon each one the degree, diploma, or certificate for which they are recommended.
Normally at this point in the ceremony, I would say, by the authority of the Education Council of Okanagan College, I admit you and those in absentia to the degree, diploma, or certificate to which you are entitled. Because all of you graduates are technically in absentia today, I hereby admit you, virtually, to the credential you've worked so hard to earn.
Thank you, President Hamilton. This concludes today's virtual ceremony. I'd like to thank all of you for attending, and congratulations once again to our graduates. A reminder that you can download today's program or request a written copy and find more information all on our Convocation webpage. If you scroll down that page, you'll find a guest book. We hope that you'll use this feature to send some messages to your graduates and also take time to read messages that other graduates have sent for each other. Thank you again, and best wishes.